You're crazy in the coconut.
Hey guys. For some reason I have a landline installed into my home now, which is a little strange. I get this really loud beeping occasionally, so I figured I'd just unplug it. Hopefully that doesn't fuck up anything. Today we're on Showdown, obviously. I'm gonna try using this team again. You know, I've been slowly getting back into Pokemon throughout the past couple of months, and I stopped playing for a couple weeks, so this is just to kind of get me reoriented with the game, more or less. So this is an interesting team, I guess. It looks kind of bad. Nothing against the guy, but you know, looks like something Ice type could definitely fuck over this team. Do I have anything Ice type? I don't think I do, which is annoying. If I get that Rhyperior out of the way, it's very possible that I could just sweep his whole team. Talonflame too could be a problem, but it doesn't look like anything will appreciate being asleep. I'm gonna lead off with my Metagross. I'm pretty much assuming that he's leading off with the Breloom, which he does. So I'm just gonna go for a Mega Evolution and just start off with a Zen Headbutt. I'm assuming that I'll be faster than him no matter what kind of variant he is, and I'm not. Cool. Well, that's annoying, but I guess there's nothing I can really do about that. Let's see. We have learned, however, that he is Technician, which is a little important. So what could he actually do to me? I mean, Mach Punch could be doing damage, but how much damage? I mean, I have 373 defense, so I actually part of me just wants to stay in and see how much it'll do. He does go for a Bullet Seed, which hopefully doesn't do very much. So yeah, you guys saw my last video where I'd use Bullet Seed. I got 3 hits every time, and already we're breaking that record, but I just go ahead and, you know, break his sash. Hopefully this won't do too much. Very nice. I'm gonna go for a Bullet Punch just to make sure he doesn't try to go for a Mach Punch or anything, because that would have been pretty obvious. And now his Breloom's out of the way, so nothing else on my team is gonna be going asleep. Very, very magnifique. Talonflame goes in. I'm just gonna go into my Rotom Wash. That's pretty standard. So the question right now is, do I go for a Volt Switch or a Hydro Pump? I know he's not gonna want to stay in. I'm actually gonna go for a Will-O-Wisp just to see whatever he wants to switch into. He goes into a Superior. Makes sense. A Burn will be useful. May have not been my most favorable status on him, but I suppose it's better than nothing, really. Can Metagross take 2 Leaf Storms is my question. It's very it's very possible, I can speak English, that he can, so I'm actually going to go into my Magnezone, because I know that he can take 2. Actually, wait, maybe he can't. It's possible that it can't, but I think after Burn and Life Orb and stuff, if I die, he's going down with me, with an HP Fire. And besides, he doesn't have any Steel types on his team, so alright, I guess he does that instead. Like I was saying, it's very possible, he doesn't have any Steel types on his team, so Magnezone isn't entirely useful. Of course, a Scarfer is nice, but, you know. So let's see here. He goes into his Garchomp. This thing is more than likely, I'd say, his Scarfer, with a Mega Sceptile. It could be set up like my Garchomp, but I'm not 100% sure about the legitimacy of that. What do I want to do here? My problem is my Clefable doesn't have any attacking moves, so going into that won't be incredibly useful. But let's just see here. I think my best play might actually be going into my Rotom, for that reason. There you go. So now, let's see, we haven't seen any leftovers, we haven't seen, it's still kind of up in the air, actually, because, like, my Garchomp has a Salac Berry, So he could very well be substitute. I'm gonna go for a safe Hydro Pump. He stays in, more than likely going, okay, for a Dragon Tail. You see that? And from that damage, I'm thinking he may be Assault Vest. It's very possible anyway. I'm gonna go back into my Rotom. There you go. If this is the game he wants to play, I'll go along with it, really. So let's see here. I guess I can go for a Will-O-Wisp. He goes for Toxic. Interesting. I suppose... Is that a thing? Toxic Garchomp? I mean, I saw Stealth Rex coming a mile away. I actually didn't. I thought his Rhyperior would be his Stealth Rocker, but if anything, that brings up the concept of, you know, what could his Rhyperior be? Maybe some kind of Assault Vest set. Anyway, 357, 210. He's more than likely faster than I. Let's see here. This is actually kind of tough. Let's see. Let's look at my special defense. So, my Metagross does have more special defense than my Magnezone. Is he faster though? Probably not. So I'm gonna go into my Magnezone, I think. And he misses. Amazing. Okay. We're already off to a really good start here. So I'm gonna go for another Hidden Power. I really don't have a reason not to. He's probably gonna go into his Rhyperior now. I'm glad that Superior was out of the way though. Let's see. He does go into his Rhyperior like I thought. At this point I can probably sack something if I really wanted to. But if I'm gonna sack anything, I'd like it to be something that won't be very useful. Something like maybe Clefable or Metagross, potentially. Because, yeah, if Talonflame's on that team, Metagross won't be doing anything anytime soon. But for now, I'm gonna go into my Rotom because I figure he probably cannot touch me, really. He does go for a Rock Polish. My defense should be good enough to the point where I can take whatever he wants to go for. And if that's what's gonna happen, then I'm actually gonna go for a Will-O-Wisp. Alright. Interesting choice of moves. So I go for the Will-O-Wisp, now I'm gonna go for a Pain Split, and then I'm gonna go for a Hydro Pump. Not sure why I didn't go for the Rock Slide the first time. Like I said, I don't really mind my Rotom dying here. It was pretty much inevitable, really. So yeah, there goes Rotom, but now I'm just gonna go into my Breloom. And I figure he's not gonna want to stay in here, right? Considering the way this guy's been playing, I don't think he's gonna try and stay in. So I'm gonna go for the Spore, because I think he's gonna go into that Talonflame of his. Hopefully my prediction's right, otherwise I'll look like kind of a dip. So fingers crossed here. He does not switch, so I end up looking like kind of a dip. That's okay. I mean, really, I can just kind of keep sporing if I really wanted to. I'm gonna spore one more time. That's annoying. Damn it. Oh well. I suppose it doesn't really matter, because I'm more than likely gonna win. I don't like saying GG early, of course, but I will have to play around this Talonflame carefully. Hopefully he's not a bulk upset or anything like that. Although we have learned from the last video that I can end up handling a bulk upset relatively well. So my plan of action right now is just to go into my Clefable and Thunder Wave this, excuse me, so that Magnezone can come in and kill it with a Thunderbolt. That's my plan anyway, so let's see how this goes. Ouch. That's annoying. I suppose it's not entirely bad. You know, it's nothing game-changing anyway. Because I'm still gonna be faster, and he still can't Even if he goes for something like a priority Brave Bird, it's really not gonna, you know, change the course of the game. I'm not sure why he stayed in there, to be completely honest. He goes into a Sceptile now. I could go into my Metagross. I think I'm actually going to do that just to get off some damage before it dies. He could be going for a Dragon Pulse. He ends up going for a Focus Blast. I'm just going to go for a Bullet Punch before I die. See how this goes, I guess. Alright, that's solid. Not terrible. I think now I'm going to go into my Breloom and go for a Mach Punch. Fingers crossed that my paralysis does not get the better of me here. Hoping is all that I can do, and there you go. I definitely could have played that better, but at least I won. That's all I'm really happy about. Alright, I think I'll get one more. Probably won't be the last battle, but we'll see how it goes anyway. So here we got a team with a Slurpuff, which I know can be annoying with its belly drums and etc. I also noticed that a lot of it is shiny, which I do not appreciate. Let's see here though. I'm not 100% sure what he might want to lead off with. Could very well be potentially a thing for him to lead off with. That, or that, or that. Hopefully my mouse isn't off. I just wanted Darmanitan, Weavile, and Manectric. So something that could deal with all of those potentially is my Sash Breloom. He does lead off with that Manectric, and I just want to double check because I end up getting fucked over by people prepared for this Breloom quite often, so I'm going to double check just to see how this goes. He does have Intimidate. I will go for the Spore. I don't really mind, as long as I don't get burned here or anything like that. And now that thing is asleep, which is pretty sweet. Let's see what I'm going to go into now, though. I'm thinking, let's see, what's he going to want to switch in, though? Probably something like his Gliscor. Probably. Or maybe his Darmanitan. I'm gonna go for a Rock Tomb, just to see if he switches into his Darmanitan. No, he stays in. Oh dear. That's okay, really. I can just go into something like my Metagross. No, he just showed a Flamethrower. I knew that. Let's see here. I suppose if he gets 3 turns of sleep, I can go into my Garchomp. So let's do that. Okay. So he's almost guaranteed to be faster here. So I will just go for an Earthquake. And he's not. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's see. So this thing is a Fairy type, but I really don't want it to get up a sub. Or a Belly Drum of some kind. So I'm going to go for a sub here. I'm thinking it's probably just going to Belly Drum. Kind of figured. He does eat his Citrus Berry, but I should still be fat. No, wait, this thing has Unburden. I knew that. I'm just going to go for an Earthquake. And, okay. No, that's fine. I probably will have to sack something here. So let's see. Should I sack my Breloom or something else? I suppose my Breloom is the least useful right now. So I'll sack that, and then I can go into my Metagross and revenge that. Go ahead and Mega Evolve, go for the Bullet Punch, and we should be good to go. Because this thing will not be very useful after this. I figured that a Mach Punch from my Breloom probably would have killed, but it's better to be safe than sorry in these situations. So he goes into his Darmanitan. My Rotom Wash is physically defensive, so it should be good to take anything he wants to go for. Like that. And he's not staying in, I would assume, so I'm going to go for a Will-O-Wisp on the switch. Goes into his Superior. These things are fucking everywhere, apparently. However, we know from the past 2 videos that I can deal with Superiors fairly easily. So I'm going to go into my Magnezone, as I usually do. He misses the Leaf Storm, which is amazing. God bless RNGesus. I'll just go for an HP Fire. I could have gone for a Volt Switch, but HP Fire is just safer. And in matters of Superior, I just want to stay safe. He may go for a U-turn here, actually. That is possible, but I do want to stay safe. I just want to go into my Rotom, as he ends up going for an Earthquake. Now I will go for a Volt Switch. As he goes into his Gliscor, interesting. Potentially wants to get up some Stealth Rocks, or something like that. I'm just going to go for a Hydro Pump. And that's going to do some good damage. I'm thinking he might want to, what am I trying to say here? He might want to go for a Roost right now. If that's the case, that's fine. Let's see what I can do here, though. An Ice move would be nice on this team. I probably should have done that. That's okay, though. Let's see. This is actually a little difficult. I will go for one more Hydro Pump just to scout out if he has Roost. He does have Protect. Okay. I'll go for one more Hydro Pump. He potentially doesn't have Roost. Very interesting. So I'll just go back into my Magnezone, since it currently is untouched. It does get hit by the Leaf Storm, but we can live one more. And we are potentially faster than this thing. Bam, there you go. That's a Superior. So of course he's gonna go into his, either his Gliscor or his Darmanitan. He may go into his Darmanitan, yeah, out of fear that it could be HP Ice, maybe, I don't know. But, of course, I'll go back into my Rotom. He hasn't given me a reason not to. And now I really don't have a reason not to go for Hydro Pump. He goes into his Weavile, exerts its pressure, but that's okay. This thing is more than likely sashed, so I'll just go for another one. Knocks off my leftovers, but I don't really mind. That's a little annoying, but that's okay. Because I can just go ahead and revenge this thing with my Magnezone. And the way he's sending in his Darmanitan, it's more than likely Scarfed. So I'm thinking he might not want to send that in. I'm gonna go for a Flash Cannon. Yeah, out of fear of that, Gliscor. One more will kill, but I know he's just gonna go for one of those Protects. So I'm gonna go into my Garchomp and set up a Swords Dance. And that's why you play around with Protect carefully. Because now I'm just gonna go for a Substitute. Get my Salac Berry. Do I get my Salac? Why don't I get my Salac Berry? Anyway, I'll go for a Swords Dance, since I'm not going to get my Salac Berry boost apparently. I will go for a Substitute now. Still waiting for my Salac Berry though. I'm at 714 attack. This is actually probably not a great idea since he does have that Weavile, but I want Garchomp to do something. You know what I'm saying? He goes for a... Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna question it. Dragon Claw will not kill. That's unfortunate, really. Really and truly. The Protect there is completely obvious, but at the end of the day, this thing's dying, so I don't really mind. Weavile's more than likely about to come in and go for something like an Ice Shard. Really, that's like okay though, because my Magnezone will be able to revenge the rest of his team, if I outspeed that Darmanitan anyway. Or if he switches it in, I'm fine with that too. And I think that's going to be the game. I'm glad Garchomp was able to kill one Pokemon. Oh! Oh, that makes sense. It's cool though, I have Bullet Punch. It's fine, guys. It's fine. Alright, and that'll be the game. Starting to dig this whole Pokemon business. Thanks for watching. Like to support the Suicide Gang, and have a nice day.